What did you want to get out of today, Chris? And kind of, what did you like your performance? Were you pleased with your performance? Just what all were you looking to get out today specifically?
Yeah, no doubt. So I just really wanted to capitalize off the performance that I had in Indy. Just really critiquing the things that I felt as if I can do better in the linebacker drill. So I went and took that very seriously. But another thing was I just wanted to cheer on my teammates. It's the last time that I get to compete with them on the field together. So I just wanted to be an energy source for them. And, I'm just happy to get back around my guys.
What are those draft night plans going to look like for you, and what are you going to be doing throughout the course of that day?
Just spending time with family, just spending time with the people who helped me get to where I am today. My plans are to just do my draft thing back in my hometown, just get around them and, just cherish this moment with them. This is something that I worked pretty hard for. This is something that my parents and my family members have sacrificed a lot for. So, just get around them and we all take in the moment together.
What have the pre-draft visits been like? Who all have you talked to, and where do you plan to go?
Man, so over the span, to sum it up for you, I talked to really all 32 teams. I feel as if I left a good impression with them about me as a person, where I stand, but also as a football player. Also, those meetings, man, they really just get to know each other. Kind of like I compare it to kind of like high school recruiting a little bit. We just getting to know about each other. We get on the board sometimes, talk a little ball, but otherwise, man, it's really like a likewise type conversation. We just learning about each other, what we stand for, and how we got to where we are today.
You talked about it a little bit just a second ago, but how has it felt just being in this building, being in this town these last couple of weeks leading up to the draft?
Man, it's been special. Like I said, I've been really excited just to get back around, just get back in Oxford, man. Honestly, just to get back around my guys, man. Just seeing their face light up when we saw each other, man. I dapped them up. Every chance I seen them, I seen their faces, man. We all got happy and excited for each other, and for them guys to be out there and supportive the way that they were today, even though they weren't doing any drills, just for them to come out and be a great support system shows a lot about the bond that we have with each other. So, man, it was great to get back around them.
Chris, up top here, how do you think playing in the SEC is going to help translate to the next level?
So, man, as we all know, SEC is where the best ball is played, man. It's a lot of competition, a lot of great high-caliber players. I feel as if the SEC prepared me for, how to respond in times of adversity, but also, perfecting my craft, staying on top of the little things. That's what's going to help put me over the edge once I get to the next level. That's something that the SEC does a great job with preparing you for. Like I said, these guys are, they're great football players as well. They have a lot of things in their tool belt, so it's best that I, reach into mine and invest in it, and really critique the small things to get better at those things.
It's a pretty historic draft process for Ole Miss specifically. So many guys who could go in the first 2 days. What has it been like to be a part of that and to see Princely and Jared and Jackson, the momentum they've gained since the season was over, and kind of doing it together, right, is potentially a bunch of first couple round picks?
Man, it was great. It was great to watch them compete today as well. Dart threw some amazing balls today. Trey Harris and those guys, Jordan Watkins and Ulysses and Henry Parrish, all those guys who was on the offensive side of the ball, they had great route running. Everything was crisp. Like I was just telling JJ on the field, man, it's like we all came in here with the same goal, like with the same intensity. We all just wanted to get better as a whole, but as well as put on a great showcase for the scouts that what we stand for and what we put on display for each and every play.
When you get drafted, or if you are drafted soon, but what would be your message to teams on why they should draft you, and what kind of person are they getting when they select you?
So on the field, man, you're going to get somebody who's a field general, somebody who's going to give 100% each and every play and expect that out of his teammates. But you also going to get somebody who plays fast and physical. You're going to get somebody who plays the game with a lot of passion, somebody who doesn't take the game lightly, somebody who really, cherishes the game of football, and each and every player is going to go out there and go all out against the wall. Off the field, you're going to get somebody who puts on a great face for the franchise, somebody who's not afraid to give back. That's something that I pride myself on. But as well as, getting out and showing the fans that their support matters and that it doesn't go unnoticed.
Seems like you kind of set a standard, especially last year for the defense. How do you want to be remembered here at Ole Miss?
I want to be remembered as somebody who loved the game of football, somebody that when you turn on your film later on down the years, man, I want people to say, man, Pooh was a great linebacker. Like, that was a great football player for the Rebs. But I also want people to remember me as a great person. I try to put on display each and every day that, first thing first, I'm not afraid, to talk about my Lord and Savior. I wouldn't be here without him. So I want people to know that I'm a God-fearing man, But on the football field, man, it got crazy. So I just want people to remember me that way.
All right, so speaking of being a great linebacker, if I'm not mistaken, you led the team in tackles this past season. When it comes to just how you approach the game, when it comes to how you prepare and everything, is there a particular player that you sort of liken yourself to, or that you study, somebody that you say, you know what, this is the kind of tenacity or this is the kind of skill that I want to emulate on the field?
No doubt. Dre Greenlaw. He just went to the Broncos, but he was at the 49ers. That's somebody that I really compare myself to, somebody that I had been compared to since I was at my previous institute. But somebody who just played, like I said, played the game with a lot of passion. He has high energy. You can see that on the field. You can see that when you're watching him play. Somebody who, doesn't take the game lightly. He's sideline to sideline type of player. He's always around the ball, has a nose for the football, whether that's creating turnovers or just stopping plays at the line of scrimmage or, just making those chase down impact plays. That's somebody that I really watch. Another player was Patrick Queen. He's somebody who I really like, too. He's somebody, similar in an aspect with Greenlaw, but I see him more as like a Mike backer, in my opinion, somebody who, not afraid to get those guys lined up, not afraid to chew you out, but also there to support you, he's the first person there to congratulate you when you do something good, but he's also there to tell you when you do something wrong as well. Another linebacker, which is somebody that I grew up with, Quay Walker from Green Bay. And the reason I say that, even when I was in high school, he was one of the guys that I went to, and I wanted to, because he was getting a lot of interest. He was a 5-star linebacker at the time, so I wanted to understand what did he do on his free time, how does he play the game, and what is his thought process. And even going into this process of entering the NFL draft, I reached out to him again, and I asked him, what do you think? And he was very confident in me and told me to just keep doing what I've been doing. So that's another guy. He plays with a lot of flexibility. He's kind of a longer dude, but he has great speed. He shed blocks with physicality. He knows how to diagnose plays.
You mentioned your faith. How does your faith help you be a better football player and a better teammate?
Just really playing to the standard of my Lord and Savior. He sacrificed a lot for us, and that's something that my grandmother instilled in me when I was younger, before she passed, God rest her soul. But she instilled in me the importance of keeping them in our life, whether it's good or bad, because at the end of the day, the Lord give us lessons. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to learn something at the end of the day, whether it's how you're supposed to do it, or don't go about it this way, try this way, And sometimes that's why she always told me, you can always tell a man's character by the way he responds in adversity. So whenever I face those times of adversity, or I face those times with my teammates, having those hard conversations, or, congratulate them, I always keep in the back of my mind that, I just want to do the right thing. I want to put on a great face for my Lord and Savior, because at the end of the day, I can't take none of this with me when I leave this earth. So when I leave, I want to get to the gates, and I want him to tell me that I did a great job.
Well, mine is way more lighthearted than that. I was going to say on Sunday Night Football, wherever you go, you're going to say Pooh, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Ole Miss. You're going to shout out the hometown. Like, how are you going to do the whole player introduction thing whenever you get on TV?
Hey, man, Pooh Jr., linebacker, Ole Miss Rebels.
There it is.
I appreciate y'all.